And I'm also a coach, so I have some instruments for different topics. And today I want to share time management instruments or tricks and tips with you. I would like to start with Stephen Covey's quadrant. It is from his book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. It is very well known for time management and also tasking and prioritizing. So I guess a lot of you already are familiar with it, but let us just refresh. So there are our tasks, we can prioritize them, and there are urgent and not urgent tasks, and also important and not important. So those which are not urgent and not important, like checking social media or chatting about something in the work time, or watching a movie instead of learning, they are not that urgent and not important. We have to limit them. Then there are some phone calls or emails which are not that important but urgent, because sometimes we just pick the phone and we don't know if it is important call or not. Or when a friend of us asks for help, again during our working hours or our session when we work on something, what we can do with these things, we can try to avoid them or just to postpone. So for example, if I am now working on my presentation and somebody is calling me and want to chat, I can just tell that I will call back in like 3 hours or whatever. So we all know these principles. Yeah, then urgent and important things, which are like daily meetings and preparations or booking of a meeting room, we have to manage them, and okay, they can also take a lot of time, so we have to manage them. But the most important is to focus on not urgent but important things. It's like planning or preparing for monthly reporting or going to a doctor. So you will agree that going to a doctor is not that urgent sometimes, but it is important to stay healthy. Yeah, for now. And also we have to manage it somehow. Oh, sorry. Just I put a waiting room inside this meeting, so I have to admit everybody who is entering. It was like not that genius from me. Hello. So we already started. We are speaking about Stephen Covey's quadrant, and that there are important and not important, and also urgent and not urgent things and tasks, and we have to prioritize and focus more on something which are long-term needed, because we don't want to just rush into a deadline and then make stress to ourselves. So we want to be prepared to this, to manage this task and to accomplish it. And also things that are urgent and important for today should also be done. So of course, for some people, some tasks are more important, for another not so. So it's all everything is personal. So you can decide by yourself. And it is good to make a list of tasks, but for some people who are more creative, it is like giving you some rules and limits. So also look at all advices from your perspective, how it is good for you. I think with quadrant it is clear. So I basically don't see if anybody asks. use something for wrote a chat. Nope. So let's move on. I have 7 tips which I would like to present now. Okay. First is called how to eat an elephant. So it's a metaphor, of course, and you see that elephant itself is very big. You don't know how to deal with it. Okay, the person is holding it, but the person is very strong. So on the right side, if you see that we divide an elephant to small pieces, it is easier. You can take one part of a puzzle and deal with it. So that's the idea of this tip, that if you have a very big project or task, you have to divide it. So, for example, I need to do a presentation. For me, it's like, okay, a presentation for this event or for like my experience with internations. And I have a lot of thoughts. I don't know how to start. Then I have to make a plan how I will do this. So first I should brainstorm and write down all the ideas that I have, and then prioritize them and choose which one suits. And then I have to think about the design and pictures for the presentation, and then to make a presentation to write it or to make with pictures, and then to check again. So it's like six steps, and I basically can do them 1 day or 2 days or 3 days or 6 days, but 6 days is too long. So I will do it in 2 days, like thinking about the idea, prioritizing, and then making a plan and do this. So an elephant is big, but if you take some pieces, it is easier to start. And also for our brain, it is important to, sorry. Okay, it is important, it is easier for our brain if we divide for small steps, and then it's easier to deal with the small steps than with a big elephant. So we are already in the presentation. I'm sharing the tips for time management. So just join. Welcome. So next tip, you already saw it. It's about an animal again. It is called to eat a frog. So Mark Twain said that if you eat a frog in the evening, then everything will be better from that time. And it means that frog is one unpleasant but needed task which you have to accomplish. So I have here, I don't see myself. So here I have sticky notes, and also here it is a technique when you have a frog, the thing you need to do, but it's pleasant, and a pleasant thing like flower. You put one thing, so one task on a sticky note and one pleasant thing on a sticky note, and put them for a week, 7 pieces, and then each day you take one frog and one flower, and you eat the frog and eat or like enjoy the flower. The thing is that it is easier to do something unpleasant in the morning, so like in the beginning of the day, because then we are like more free and have more energy to do something else. Otherwise it will be like in our head spinning, and also taking the energy our thoughts, our not pleasant thoughts are taking some energy out. So it is good to eat a frog and afterwards to take cake or flour. So here I have create a presentation and eat dark chocolate. So if I do them like this, it is a good thing because also the energy that I have for now is limited. And if I start with something pleasant like watching a movie, the energy will be focused on this action and I will not have enough energy or motivation for this. So it is guiding us to the next tip. It is called treat yourself. So after accomplishing some task, you have to reward yourself. It can be applause. Oh yeah, you're good. It can be like this. It can be a candy, watching a movie or film or serial series, or drinking a coffee. It's better to drink it afterwards. So you have to reward yourself. You have to enjoy your accomplishment, and also this is helping to make your hormones higher, and the hormone called dopamine is also going up, so you have more motivation for doing something. And also if your brain knows that it will be some reward afterwards, you have more motivation to do something because you know that you deserved something. So it's a little tricky tip, but it helps. And I also use it myself. So like I need to do something boring, so I just say, okay, I do this, and afterwards I watch a movie, and then I also do it quicker because I want to watch a movie. Yeah. So far, no questions, I guess. That's great. So let's move on. The next tip is also a little bit tricky for brain. It is called 5 minutes to save the world. So the idea is you tell yourself, I will only have 5 minutes. I will only invest 5 minutes for this boring stuff. And then I feel myself better. And okay, I just did something, yeah? And the thing is, when you invest 5 minutes, you already are involved into the process normally, and then you don't want to quit. You just started. The first step is, yeah, the most needed. So when you made the first step, when you pushed yourself, then it's like going on. So you just promise yourself 5 minutes and then look if it will work or not. And also on this step, what can help is if you just not think too much about it. Oh, it's so unpleasant, I will be so bored. No, just start. And with 5 minutes, it should work. You can also use a timer for first times, and then you will see that after 5 minutes, maybe 5 more minutes, and so on and so on. Yep. And then next tip or option is a tomato timer. So it was invented by Italians. It is called Pomodoro, and it is a time management trick. So I have to share another screen. Yeah. So it is an online website, like a website, okay, and it is so that you have to work on something 25 minutes, focus yourself, and engage in a task, because there are some researchers that during 25 minutes, a person can concentrate himself very well, but after that time, the concentration is falling down. So after that 20 minutes, you have to take a short break in 5 minutes when you're doing something else, drinking tea or going to a kitchen or looking in the window or doing something else, emails, and then to come back. Okay. More. Okay. Eva said that she's using an app called Forest. Okay, it's probably the same. You're planting a forest, meantime it's like a game. Wow, cool. Cool. I never heard about it, but I have definitely to check. Okay, great. And focus. Focus, I think it's more to block some other apps. Okay, great. I have to check more. Focus, forest. Yeah, there are many apps. Okay. Yeah, okay. Focus is with Pomodoro. Yeah, probably it's easier to deal with it as an app, as a website. So thank you very much for your tips. And also with this Pomodoro, after you take a short break, you come back to Pomodoro. So you make 4 sessions for 25 minutes and 3 breaks, short breaks, 5 minutes. And after that, you take a break of 10 minutes. And if it's not enough, you can continue with your task, or it is like 90 minutes of working all together, and maybe it's enough, or maybe like 2 per 25, 50 minutes is enough. So, sorry. We can also, I will left it like this, and we will see how it alarms us to the time is over. So here we were, and the next thing is about blocking distractors. So there are different apps block distractors. This is very popular now because sometimes we don't have strength to stop using the phone, watching Instagram, or looking at notifications, and so on. So the most popular are those 3. Rescue time, the last one, is like for iPhone users, you have the summary of efficiency, what apps did you use, and so on. So rescue time do it also, and it's similar to iPhone. So for Android users should be useful if you want to track what you're doing on the phone, because in summary, for example, I am using the phone for 6 hours a day. It's kind of a lot for me. Next one is the freedom with a butterfly green. It is suitable for iPhone, Android, and also computer. It has a disadvantage. It has only 7 free sessions. It is working very good. You just choose the time, choose the apps that should be blocked, and you basically cannot open them. Yeah, and focus to do app can also block apps. Yeah, I say that it's more to block. I use an app called Blocks. It has a while log sign on the green background, white log. You can choose which app, what time to block. Okay, great. Eva, do you use Android or it is iPhone? Okay, Blocks. Yeah, also heard about it. So yeah, exactly. App block, oops, is here. The second one, it is for Android and also for PC, I guess. Yes. So it also blocks the apps, and you have to stay focused. The quality is a little bit not so high as by Freedom, because I could open Facebook for 3 seconds and then it closed. And also it counts how many times I attempt. It is like, you know, if you are I use Android. If you are addicted to social networks and you try to unlock it like 10 times in an hour, it also shows that something should be revised. Yeah. So for Freedom, if you're interested, the year costs 31 euro 99, so it's like €3 a month, and I guess it's working good. What I also found, and app block, unfortunately for Android, you also have to watch some advertising for a while from time to time, but you can change the settings that you cannot delete this app. It's like, oh, I need to access my social networks, but I cannot delete this app. Oh, okay, yeah. It's like for you to explore what do you like, what do you need, and so on. But I think it's a good thing to have some block apps, and also, okay, you can put your phone on a silent mode use, so you don't have notifications. But the thing is that you can also miss a call like this, and it's a question if your phone is used for work and for personal needs, or just for work, or whatever. Anyway, everything is very personal, because we are all different, and some needs more control, some less. So my next tip is to imagine that the life is a quest, at least that our work life is a quest. Oh, okay. So now we have the tomato timer. So basically it was notifications here, right, that the time is over, and it's how it works. It's after 25 minutes, a wake up call, and then after 5 minutes. For just a moment, I will put myself back to a presentation and then chat. Yeah. So I really like Focus to do app, €9.99 for lifetime. You can add tasks, projects, Pomodoro, block apps, and have an analysis. And Eva checked again, it is only called block, and it is free. I wrote at Play Boutique, block apps, and it's productivity and digital well-being. Yeah, so I know about Fox app. It's also sending you reminders if you have some tasks, like every day, like I know, to exercise or to learn a language or whatever. So yeah, Focus is a good app. I tried it also. So to the slide. If we imagine that life is a quest, that our tasks are just missions and we have to accomplish them, we can also, okay, we should give ourselves some treats like rewards, or I don't know, if I accomplish all these tasks today, I'm a hero of a day, like helping yourself to motivate yourself. We are all humans, we can do mistakes, we can fall down, we can not accomplish everything, but it's okay. It's life's process. If we don't fall, we don't learn. If we don't fail, I mean, like, yeah, if we don't fail, we don't learn. And if you don't succeed in something, at least you should learn from the situation. And also, maybe it should be like this. So don't take all things so serious. And anyway, you can start again. Every new day is a new beginning. and just try your best and stay motivated and focused. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, am I sharing screen? Okay. That was it. That was my presentation.